Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing you some book recommendations that will make you laugh out loud. So let's just get into this video and I'll recommend you the books that are going to make you laugh in some way or the other for sure. The first book that I'm going to recommend to you guys is a fantasy book because it's my turn, duh. And the book that I'm recommending for today is The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. Now in this book, this is the first book in a 40 book long series called the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, and in this 40 book long series there are several smaller series that are incorporated together. They can be read as separate series, and when they are put together they form this huge 40 book long series, and this is the first book in the whole series. Now in this book we follow two characters. One is a wizard and another character is a guy from some other place, and the name of that guy itself is so laugh-worthy, and his name is Two Flower. Yeah, his name is Two Flower. And this book encompasses the adventure that these two people endure while traveling for a quest, and we have some certain fantastic creatures that have been made up by Terry Pratchett, and each and every creature makes a satire type of comedy which will make you laugh for sure. And we have this treasure chest over here. You can see it on the cover. It has some legs over here, and it also makes a lot of comical elements appear in the book. We have certain voices coming out all of a sudden, and it has all those elements of classical fantasy, and it will definitely make you laugh out loud at certain instances, because while I was reading this book, I was reading it in a train while commuting to work and I was laughing like a madman while reading it all alone, and it made people see me like I was literally mad. And if you are looking for a book that will make you laugh like that, then you definitely have to read The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. Second book that I'm recommending is a classic. You might think, how can a classic be a comedy? And this is how it can be. The book that I'm recommending is Animal Farm by George Orwell. Now, Animal Farm is a book which is based on politics on the background, but on the front it speaks about animals in an animal farm that overpower the human owners of the farm, and they take the rule of their own. And in this time there are two pigs who are Napoleon and Snowball. They are the two pigs in the farm who live along with the elements, and they started bringing up politics even in an animal rule. And in this way, you can see the tagline of the book. I'll just read it out for you. This is the original gist of the whole book, if you ask me. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than the others. This is how Animal Farm works out, and I can say that this book will stand the test of time as long as the human race survives, because the thing that he has done in a very small amount of pages, it's not even 200 pages long, but the worth of this book, the worth of reading this book is more than a book, more than 1,000-page book if you ask me. And I'm sure that if you read this, this will have been one of the best 2 to 3 hours that you've spent in your life. And please do read this book. It will make you laugh, and it will make you think a lot. And I cannot believe that such a great book was written so long ago, as well as it can suit any person's taste even in this current world. It was written so back. It's a classic, and I can definitely tell you this will resonate with each and every person in this world. The next book that I'm going to recommend is a book which you might feel so misdirected while I'm speaking about comedy, but this book definitely has a lot of elements of comedy that have been incorporated by the author in a very witful way. And the book that I'm recommending is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Now, the story of this book is about two kids who are suffering from cancer, and the actual story of the book is sad, but there are numerous funny moments that have been captured by John Green into this story in a very witty way. And I can definitely say that all the funny aspects of this book are so much relatable to every person. If you're searching for a book that has comedy that can be felt by everybody, and it can feel like it can happen in your life for sure, this is not that comedy which can arise only in people who have cancer or those who know people who have cancer. But this book consists of certain subtle elements of comedy which will make you laugh. It will make you at least smile while reading this sad book. But if you're looking for a strong book with like hints of comedy that have been sprinkled throughout, then you can definitely read The Fault in Our Stars, and I can say any other John Green book for sure. The next book that I'm recommending is one of the most funny books that I've ever read, and it is The Belated Bachelor Party by Ravinder Singh. Now this is an Indian book, and it focuses on the story of four men who used to be college mates and roommates in their college times. Now this story takes place in a time after like 10 to 15 years after their college, and they planned to take this European trip on a vacation, and all these four people go there. There are like multiple elements of comedy that have been incorporated into this book by Ravinder Singh, and the comedy starts from the moment when they are applying for a visa, or they are visiting the airport, or they are taking the plane, they are landing in Europe, they take this long drive in Europe in a car, and they have this shooting, and they are strip searched. There are like so many elements of comedy that have been incorporated into this, and if you're an Indian or you have at least a single friend, then you will find this book damn relatable, because these are things only you can experience with friends or alongside friends, or you must have at least seen such incidents that have been experienced by your friends along with their friends, at least if you're a so introverted kind of a person. But this book will definitely make you laugh, because it is one of those books which has comedy as its main focus throughout. And if you ask me, this is perfect to be read in summer during a vacation, or when you're in home, like during a weekend, you have 2 days of free time, then please do pick up this book. It is so short and it is a very quick read. Please do read The Belated Bachelor Party by Ravinder Singh. The final book that I'm recommending today is a sci-fi book, and the book that I'm speaking about is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Now this is the first book in a series. It's a sci-fi series, and man, I just love this book. The main aspect of the book is comedy itself. Though the story is in a, how to say, it's in this futuristic sci-fi setup, and it has a lot to get through. It's a very short book, and the main focus of the book is to make you laugh and think a lot about the future. And we have many sorts of comedy when it comes to comedy, and the type of comedy that is being used here is so unusual, and it is the comedy that is made by machines and technology by themselves, or some things like aliens by themselves. Now we have this supercomputer in this book. It is called Eddie, and it'll be able to speak. If you're speaking with it, it'll respond to you like a voice assistant, but it's a computer. Now the cast of the book, they are now inside a spaceship, and they are about to crash into some planet, and they just try to ask for some help to this supercomputer. And always if you call Eddie, he starts up speaking, or the computer starts up speaking like, "Hi there, I'm Eddie, and what do you want?" It goes on like that, and at this instant they just call Eddie, and it says the same dialogue in such a horrible situation. Just think of it: you're on a spaceship, you're going to crash land onto a planet, and you're not sure if you'll be able to survive itself or not. And at that time, this computer just comes on saying, "Hey there, I'm Eddie," and this just goes on, and we have this character who just yells at the computer and says it to shut up and just tell what we can do in order to stop this crash landing. And the computer just coolly says, "There's nothing you can do about this, you just have to go and crash land." That was like one of the best comical scenes that I read in this book. And there are various other elements of comedy also that I loved about this book. I don't remember them a lot right now, but if you're looking for something comedy as well as that will make you think, and if you want a futuristic twist to it, please do read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. And there's another good thing about this book is that if you end up liking this, you have a whole series to go through. So those were all the 5 books that I would recommend to you if you want to laugh out loud. Those are all the books for today, and thanks for watching. If you did enjoy watching this video, do not forget to give this a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.